What's up, guys and gals, and welcome back to the Killing Fields. My name is Splattercat, and we are continuing to fend off a very short attack by the dwarves, which has actually been long in duration. But you know, you gotta make the short jokes where you can. I'm short, so I don't get a chance to make short jokes very often, and so gotta make sure that I do it every now and again. I'm trying to catch up with this army right here so that I can fight with them. It's not working out so great at the moment. They actually have me outpaced pretty well. What I probably should have done is set up an ambush down here so I could have attacked them once they came through. And if you get the ambush criteria, that means that you can come at them from every side, which basically makes you win the battle by default, unless they really stonewall you hella hard. It's surprising to lose a battle that you've got the ambush on, so... Anyways, we got an army forming up here. Once he's done on the next turn, he's going to cut west to start taking care of things over here. We have enough money to make another army if we really want to. It's up to... I mean, it could happen. Not sure when it's going to happen, but it could happen at some point. Let's pass the turn and see what happens here, shall we? Ah, Wog couldn't quite catch him. I was hoping and praying, but it didn't work out that way. Oh well. I'm not sure what he's trying to do on that eastern side. The Warriors of Chaos have invaded the world, so we will have to watch out for that. It's an unfortunate circumstance that needs to be dealt with, but Kislev and some of the Northern Empire should have to deal with it. It shouldn't be our problem for too long. Hell no, you're not getting a peace treaty, you rebel scum. Forget you guys. Die, rebel scum. I've always been on the Imperial side. F. I'm coming back for that in just a minute. You know, you guys can be... Did you just capture? Okay, don't capture my fort, you little bastard. We have rebellions galore. We have issues right now. We have a lot of issues. Granted, we're violent, super large green guys that are like little incredible... Oh, look at that. They come around in boats. That's not so terrible, though, because they landed in dwarvish territory. So hopefully they will give the dwarves something to think about. A little bit of active trouble right there for mine enemies. I would like to fight you very badly. I would like to stop you from being an issue in my life any longer. Have we gotten my... Where is my hero at? Ah, Muckrake is up here. I didn't actually see the thing that said that he came back. I could damage the walls if I had a little bit more cash, but instead... I'll probably send him into this territory just to run Overwatch and make sure that we don't have any enemy agents around that are going to mess with us when we try to come back through the territory. Exactly. That's what I'm watching out right. Hug rim, get gold. Hug that rim and get that gold. He's a dwarf and he's super swole. I need them to replenish a little while longer too before we get into this big fight over here. He may turn around and try to come after us, and that would suck. I may have made a mistake, but they should crunch up in just a minute, which will make this a bit more winnable. They're raiding in my territory, which is sucky, and it makes me upset, and I don't very much like it. It's very sucky, to borrow an elf phrase. We have an army ready to go. So we need to put him in full-on march mode, and we just need to take him out west as far as we can to retake that, and basically just cause problems for our enemy as long as we can manage it. Oh man, you busted up my buildings? A smelly idol of Gork. Or Mork. Nobody can really tell the difference here in the Orklands. I forgot that I set him as a target. Well, that was a mistake, and that accomplished like nothing. I forgot to untag him as a target, and so now we've actually got a really big problem. Like a massive problem. He's also got a lot of heroes, which is a little bit scary, but I'm level 16. What's the worst that could happen? He's got no health left, so he's going to be my main target on the battlefield. We're about to lose a bunch of fightiness due to the fact that we just lost the post-Wog blues. It's like postpartum depression for orcs. It's like, oh, no. My Wog didn't go so well. Now I'm all upset and I lost my tooth. Alright, let's fight it. Okay, so it looks like our enemies are coming in from kind of weird directions. I don't know how we're going to manage this. But essentially, let's just set up like we always do. We don't really need to worry about setting up a spear wall because there's no cavalry when you fight against the stunties. Oh, we only have one cavalry unit right now. That is going to make our lives much more difficult. Like, much, much more difficult. I forgot about that. Ah. There's an enemy army over here. Alright. You guys start chucking rocks over there. We'll move this column forward and we'll do what we can do here. I don't want them to regroup, so I would rather join the fight as quickly as possible rather than wait and see what happens here. There's not a ton I can do. They've got a cannon over there, so I'll probably mess with that first. Just to see what we can... Why are you guys covered in fart fog? What's going on right now? Fart fog everywhere. Farts everywhere, and not an air to sniff. You're going after their lord. If we can assassinate their lord earlier on in the fight, that will save us a pretty tremendous amount of attrition later on. So you get over there. You guys kind of charge up inside of there if you can. Spearmen take them. Actually, we may have to just do this the old-fashioned way. Let's go like so. Arrow boys, I'm going to need you guys to mass fire on things that are going to cause me problems and upset me. And believe me, there's a lot of things in this enemy mass that upset me. They should fall over pretty quickly. We'll be coming down the mountain when we come. We're coming to kill your catapults when we come. And we're gonna kill your riflemen because they are stinky and have beards. We do not like things with facial hair out here. You shot one of my spiders. That really sucks. You shot one of my spiders. That really blows. Okay, so one of my spiders got shot. Wait, several of my spiders got shot. Jesus. That firebombing shit is a nightmare. There we go. You guys focus your fire over there. They have wound them up perfectly fine. I need you inside of there to take care of them. That's fine. They're free to flee as much as they want. We've already messed with their line anyways as far as their random little cannons and shit are concerned. Let's run over them with some cavalry on this side, if we can manage it. I would like to redivert some fire at them now that we no longer want to hit our friendlies. Come on, Azig. Let's go ahead and help out with their morale, and if we can kill their lord, that's basically battle over for them. They're taking some serious damage over there. These archers are getting back into it now, which is fine by me. You guys, if you can get up and out of combat, that'd be fantastical. Or, you know, if you can just pincer some enemies, that'd work for me too. I don't really care. Enemy general should be down momentarily. Assbag the Slaughterer doing his deal, clocking his game right now. You guys try to turn that flank right there. They're about to get pinched from that side. We need to help out on this side now. Without their lord, they should fold up pretty quickly, though. They've only got a couple of lords left anyways. And because they don't have any melees in front of them, they should fold up really, really, really fast. Yeah, there goes that morale. I mean, they can throw fire bombs if they want, but I don't think it's going to help much. I don't think it's going to help much. This should turn into a full-on rout momentarily. Have him use the health potion so that when he comes out of this, he is sterling. Foe Seeker on. Go ahead and rebuild the morale. And the route should be any second. Yeah, route? Where are you, route? Route, why are you not being rowdy right now? I feel like this should have been over already. I mean, they do have some lords left on the battlefield. There we go. It just took a minute. They had to break a little further. Why are we not being given the victory screen? Victory screen, where are you? Cover me with your screeny glory. Considering they said we probably couldn't win that battle, I'll take it as a victory. We're definitely looking a little shattered and beat up, but such is life when you play. I guess we gotta wait for them all to leave town. Oh, they left their cannons on the battlefield. See, a true orc boy would reappropriate those. Slap some spikes on it. Point it at some stunty gits. Oh, there's still a guy over here. That's why. Oh, don't throw a catapult at him from point blank range. That's a bad plan. That's not going to work out for anybody. There we go. A Pyrrhic victory. I mean, considering we were on the defensive, I'll take a victory. I mean, we just killed off several large hunks of their only army. It'll regroup, but actually, that was probably poorly timed, too. Let's focus on replenishment here. Oh, did we kill their lord? It looks like we may have done work over there. I may need to bring this little guy down here to deal with some of these agents too. So there goes our WOG, and the notification thereof. We have the Fencer's Blades, though, which is pretty cool. My suggestion would be that we rout these guys entirely and just kind of do our thing out here. You continue marching west. We're going to hit Bitterstone Mine, which should solve several of our issues. You are going to be scouting down this way. I saw an awful lot of agents down here. We still have this rebellion running around too, which is kind of irritating, but I suppose we kill one thing at a time. There. That'll keep us in WOG territory anyways. And we're going to focus on replenishment. So Yosef Matakwaz is dead. Grimly Grunson is now dead as well. Groth Ironwill is also dead, so like I said, one thing at a time. We can only... This was bound to happen, I think, either way, just because we've had some pretty vicious expansion. And so we were going to run into rebellion problems and other things like that before... It was going to get worse before it got better, I guess is the way that I would put it. We can also bring back... Grimgor Ironhide would not be a bad call. He's a pretty good character. Get him to raise up an army. Wow, we can recruit so many boys at once. That's super wild. It's going to get so expensive, though. 165 a piece, and that's 7 of them. So we're looking at, like, yeah, that's going to drop our upkeep by, like, 1,000. We may want to embed him with a different army for now and just have him level up for a bit. And then when we need him, we can have him break off. How many units do I need to reinforce this down here? 3. So let's have Grimgor get 3 units of Boar Rider. 2 units of Boar Riders, sorry. I read that wrong. 2 units of Boar Riders, and then we'll see if we can maybe embed him with this group, which would be pretty sick, I think. The Empire wants a peace treaty with the Orcs. Yeah, that's fine. We could probably sue the Dwarves for peace right now, too, and get ourselves some breathing room to clean up all of our rebellion issues, because they have no army at the moment. Chances are they've got decent finances and are re-raising them as we speak, though. So we'll want to hit back quickly. The loss of our WOG was unfortunate. It was an oversight on my part, so that was completely and totally my fault. That's what happens when you don't pay attention. Yeah, now you're coming back over here to defend that Bitterstone, aren't you? You know exactly what's about to happen to you. Let's see. The Chaos Horde has poured in, a remorseless tide scouring all in its path. Yet even the most savage flood must eventually recede, leaving battered survivors to pick through the flotsam on wrecked shores, or ravaged shores. We are saved, they cry, heedless of the fact that the tides are certain in one respect. They will always rise again. The old world has survived the onslaught, yet now another wave rolls forth from the accursed chaos wastes. Only by destroying all of the hordes and defeating their source, Archaon, can this deadly storm be halted once and for all. I'm going to put him in raiding mode for a little bit because I need him to get a little bit of fightiness back before we push into that territory. That'll also give us a little bit more to work with regards to our... I need to leave him down here just in case they decide to incur again. I don't know if it would be smarter to... I just don't know. So, I don't know if I want to raise another army or not with Grimgor. 3 armies would definitely be good for the offensive, and it would make it so that I have kind of a self-crafted WOG in order to reinforce myself with. However... Stabba! Love that shit. Gobos are the best. Hugrim, get gold. Needs to get murdered like on the next turn, I think. Otherwise, bad things are going to happen. With Black Crag, what can I do over here? Oh, I can make one of those. So yeah, let's do that then. And then the boss's tent has got things mostly resolved. We can get Black Orcs if we get the barracks right there. And we do have the money to do it, so I'm going to go ahead. Let's wait this out and see how this next turn goes, though, because I'm willing to bet the dwarves are probably going to come back. Yeah, there's an army right there. And it's not really one that I felt like dealing with right now. You don't get to come back, Rebel Scum. If you betray the great Orky legions, then you are the least Orky of all the Orky things, and that means we must beat you. So in Orcish society, everybody is harshly policed. You're supposed to be Orky. If you're an Orc and you behave in a way that is not Orky, you're gonna get your ass kicked. All the other Orcs will beat you until you act Orky. Where is that happening? Ah. Spite Peak. I will start heading that way then. You know what? I think I will raise a cheaper army. That puts me up to 8 right there. A little bit more infantry and I'd be happier. I don't know, get some night goblins in there, why not? They have poison attacks. I don't know how good the poison attacks actually are. That's unfortunate. Yeah, I figured there would probably be some form of attack down here. Let's see, a great migration of the tribes has come to our borders. They want shelter. Let's say, get out of here. And yet another rebellious group of savages needs to be dealt with. Should be able to get after him without too many problems. I think our biggest issue is this area just needs more... Well, Crooked Fang's fine. I don't know why that one was so rebellious. It's probably because... Oh, Spite Peak is not a part of it. That's why we need Karak 8 Peaks. Alright, so he's got boys now. Part of me wants to wait until those are done to do further recruiting, but I think we can still focus on getting... Missile damage and range are lower. I just focus on them then. We're going to go up this way and fight with these stunties. Then we'll deal with them down there. I don't want this to get too far out of hands up here. Pluralized because I try to get 2 hands on a problem. Some people just try to one-hand that shit. I don't know. I'm not feeling it. We don't have enough money to assassinate, so I guess that's going to be that. Let's bypass another turn and we'll see how this all goes. We might be able to do something with this one. I don't know. I mean, it's a pretty even fight. We've got Spear Riders, which means technically we could fight and mess with their back lines with their Fusiliers. And we could cause some pretty major issues. We might be able to turn this one around. I'll fight it on the field. My name is Splattercat. Thank you for joining me here at the Nerdcastle for the next episode of Total War Warhammer. I will see you all in future episodes. It's always a blast to hang out for a little while and play a little bit of Warhammer with all of you. I love the world. I love the universe. And it's always a pleasure to be back in it. I will see you all in our later exploits. Bye, everybody.